people say, sort of, is there any evidence base to this whole discussion about healthy community design? And the short answer is yes. There's actually a pretty good amount of research out there that describes places where people tend to be healthier by virtue of community design. So not because we're scolding them to go exercise or eat better, because the design actually encourages healthier lifestyles. And I add that because when we talk about the nation's obesity epidemic, there's really two sides. There's physical activity and nutrition. And you really got to get both of those right. So you got to build an environment where it's easy to be physically active and where it's easy to make good food choices. What I really want you to do is come here, park your car once, farmer's market, walk through downtown, get a cup of coffee, grab a sandwich, do some other shopping, hit 5 places in town, or at least walk by them and see what they've got on sale next week, or what event they've got, or when somebody's got music coming into the coffee shop, you get it, right? Then back here. When you hear me talking about stuff, leaning out the window and asking questions or pointing out, it's probably coming from those 5 questions that I tend to ask. Mix of land uses, connectivity, site design, safety, and food access. Those 5 lenses are the ones I tend to be looking through. Live, work, shop, play, learn, pray. The more of those things that are closer together, the more you obviate car trips. You've got, between utility corridors, the levees, rail, you got a lot of linear corridors. Question is, do you want to use them? And what the researchers conjectured is date of construction is a pretty good proxy for construction style. How compact the neighborhoods were, whether they had little neighborhood retail clusters, whether they had sidewalks. So New Bern has the brilliant advantage of just simply being from an era, the bulk of the infrastructure, when it met my criterion. I remind you, and this main street gives it to you, even the smallest downtown had this multi-level kind of mixed use. Retail first floor and either offices or historically store owners living right upstairs from their own business. Not at all uncommon. We do these kind of planning workshops around schools all the time. Often it's a several-hour workshop just around a school. One of the parts in that exercise is usually to observe dismissal. And you're trying to just get a sense of what's the physical dynamic around the school. Always you look through the lens of safety. Are the kids safe? But then there's that lens of health. Are we doing anything to encourage them to actually be more physically active? Which is, I would always say second. First, I don't want to run somebody over. But after I solve those problems, what I really want to do is encourage kids to be more active, because we know we have not just an adult, but a childhood obesity epidemic. Can you see how an observation like this can be an instructive exercise? Where are the easy opportunities for improvement? That's kind of that tends to be the work of pioneering healthier communities. The general premise is, can we look for opportunities where we can make positive changes and do so in a fiscally responsible way?